Hey there everybody, welcome to the Pokimane TCG. My name is Ryan Stroud and I'm from Maine, and I'm very happy to be bringing you guys this very first episode. It is currently mid-February up here in Maine and it is pissing snow out there. Not a desire in the world to do all the snow cleanup I'm gonna have to do, but the reason I'm here is to introduce myself to all of you, show off just a smidge of my display, my collection, and just tell you a little bit about why I'm here. So, what does a 33-year-old former quarterback and collector have to offer you, the viewer, about Pokemon advice? Fair question. Well, before I even give you a little bit of my why, my story, let me first give some credit where credit is due. Rob does Pokemon, Phillips Collectibles, Colin from the Poke Office, PokeRev, PokeOz, Pika Pika Papa. It was more than just a phase cards. Sorry if I mixed your name up, man. I apologize if I did, but Twice Baked Jake from the hobby. All of you guys, as much credit as I can for how much knowledge you gained over the last year. Sincerely attribute all of my grail cards to the approach that you guys have helped me to hone in on in the past 12 months. I'm here to create my YouTube channel because once upon a time when I was young, I've always had an entrepreneurial mindset. I knew when these shiny cardboard, just little pieces of beauty came out in the late 90s, this is something special. I knew that something about this, the brand, the approach, the hype, the energy, it was perfect. Being a bit of a introverted person, I would oftentimes find myself, and I didn't have a ton of friends growing up, and Pokemon to me was different. It was the companions I never had that were always there. Could always keep them with me. As many of you know, I'm sure some of you had, your grail card folded in half or in fours, to make sure you could fit it in your double bubble package so you can maybe have it with you on the playground. I was one of those kids that it was worth it to me to fold a card in half so that they could be with me. It was deeper than the cardboard, okay? There was something about the passage, the in-between, through the artwork, through the creation of this being, and my imaginary connection to it that allowed me to somewhat escape my loneliness as a kid. And that is the ticket, right? Most kids are drawn to the imaginary friend side of Pokemon, the fairy tale creature beasts, like I remember when I used to play the Game Boy games when I was a kid, man, I used to just want to catch, certain ones of them to have them like a pet almost. And it's just grown so much bigger than that. Obviously, it's grown so much bigger than any of us ever thought possible, because as many of you are probably, certain of, back in the day, I was told how stupid it was to think heavily about, allocating money or wishes of wanting, cardboard was, a waste of time, energy, etc. I understand that, previous generations before us, much like the generation that my parents, fall into, didn't really come from a phase of, collectibles being as valuable or as liquid in the market as what we have seen Pokemon to become. So I'm ultimately back to educate you all, the everyday dad, the middle-aged guy who loves to collect and wants to come back to Pokemon, the college student who's trying to make a little bit of extra money without, being able to work as much through an investment strategy, the high school student who maybe has a job at a retail store or an LGS or something and doesn't really understand the investment side of Pokemon and is looking for some sort of mentor, right? Or even just the kids out there, man. I'm a nurse, I'm a coach, I played football my whole life, played sports my whole life. I love kids. I can connect with kids. It would make me very honored to know that my information or just the things that I talk about are well received by any of the people or the population groups that I just mentioned, or anyone else, and then some. The most amazing thing about Pokemon, and the reason why I am coming back to it open heartedly, is because there is a place within this space for everyone. Rob Does Pokemon has said it multiple times. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you're at in life, doesn't matter what part of your timeline you're currently on, there is a place within this hobby and in the Pokemon community for all of you, including myself. So I'm not coming into this space to try and trump on any toes, to try and take people out of the game, to try and, be another voice in the crowd. I'm just simply trying to be my own voice. There are certain things that I have learned along the way that have helped my family and I significantly in a short amount of time. And no, I don't intend on just, quick flipping everything. That's not my intention at all. But I love chasing cards with my sons. I love opening packs with myself, my kids, and others. And I hope to open more with some of you someday. The community up here in Maine is, I don't want to say dead. I don't want to offend people, but it is really bad, you guys. A big reason why I left Pokemon as a kid, okay, my story. I moved up to Maine from Louisiana in 1999. Going into 2000, late 2001, we were legitimately fully moved up here for good. I knew that Pokemon was really big because it was huge in Louisiana. I had my own collection. I come up to Maine, you really can't find the cards anywhere. You cannot find Pokemon cards in this town outside of going to one place, and it's the Walgreens here in town. And if you live in Dover Foxcroft, if you're looking for Pokemon cards, go to Walgreens. They usually have a few sleeve booster packs available. Go get them. Having said that, when I was a kid, I had to go to Bangor. I'll link the map description up here so you guys can see the total drive, but we're talking 45 minutes to an hour each way. So 2 hours of travel, give or take, just to try and get your hands on some Pokemon cards. Do you really think that your mom is going to be doing that for you as a young kid on a weeknight or anything? No. You bet your bottom dollar you're going to be lucky 1 to 2 weekends a month if you go to that big city and you have an opportunity to get yourself some cards, right? And then do you think your mom, no offense, mom, you did amazing for me. I love you. But do you really think your mom is going to go drop, 160 MSRP and get you a whole sealed booster box for you to go home and just rip and just fill your little binder with? No. You're going to get the luck of the draw. Just like the rest of us. 1, 2, maybe 3 booster packs if you're, just a real good cookie. And it's almost like 25 cents in the gumball machine. You just hope that you get that Giratina V from Lost Origin that swirls down right there. For me, it was always the green one because it was green apple, green apple. And then I'd see orange, which is the one I hate. And that's like, a pack with no hits in it. It's part of the game. It's why we play, right? Next time back to the arcade, you bet your dollar I'm keeping a quarter so I can hit that gumball machine, because there's a chance that green apple one's coming down my day's made. It's different because you're a kid, that's how your mind thinks. But with Pokemon, if you think that way, you can make some money, okay? They're not out to rob everyone. They're a good company. Go ahead and get yourself 36 packs. You might get one card in that 36 packs that pays for the entire booster box, and it's raw form, okay? Let alone if you grade it, let's say you get a 10, now you may actually profit or double your money from that set investment. So yes, it's a gamble. You could pull multiple booster boxes in a certain set or expansion and not get that card that you're trying to get. But let me give you a quick example, and then I'll kind of wrap things up and then segment back with another video real soon, hoping to draw you back, okay? Once upon a time, I traded a Tom Brady rookie card last March at my very first card show. Big mistake, in my opinion. The Tom Brady Raw at the time was $125, and I got a Paldea Evolve booster box, straight up, for the trade for the time. Felt like I killed it, okay? Lo and behold, the Tom Brady in a 9 or a 10, the 9 was going for like $700, and the 10 was going for like $1,000. 8 was at least over $450, $500. So, and you see my point. That card was well maintained my whole life. Sleeves always in a binder. The vendor there most definitely got himself a fantastic deal and hustled me really good. I'm not an expert in the sports card market. I felt a lot more proficient and wise in the Pokemon market. And I felt like my chances of getting an 8, a 9, or a 10 and that Tom Brady rookie card, because I handled that card many times as a kid, spending my binder my whole life, probably not very high. The chances of me getting the Magic card, right? Or the Tyranitar, or the Raichu, or, you know, any of those hits from Paldea Evolve, quite possible. It's a freaking awesome set. And I even knew that last March from doing research. Like Scarlet Violet is different, Sword and Shield was different. This is a great time to get in, guys. And Paldea Evolved at 125 for that trade. I did it. I just jumped at it. I didn't get any of those cards I mentioned, you guys. None of them. But you know what we did get? We got the Super Rod, right? We got Boss's Orders, I believe the secret rare, right? The full art. We got a few full arts, EXs, etc. Couple of illustration rares, all off-centered. All had to sell them raw, but got more than half the booster box price back in raw card value, right? Got over $80 in card sales. So then it's like, okay, so now we're up a little bit. Pulled a hair across, perfectly centered illustration rare. Okay, let's see if there's any Gem Mint 10s of this. None in the world. Very difficult grade. Oh, we got a shot. Submit it, graded. It comes back a Gem Mint 10. Sold it for $300, you guys, right? So when you take the amount that I was able to rip with my kid, and like we looked at those single cards and we did not want them. Some were off center, some were not ones we're chasing. So I put them on my eBay store, sold them, was able to make 80 in card sales back, right? On that booster box that I was in at 125 on. And then with that hair across, being able to submit the, $12 grading fee, coming back as like a Gem Mint 10, and then flipping that and selling that for 300. Then you take the raw card sales at 80. You take that graded card sale, right? 300. Now there's 380 there in revenue, and I was only in 125 in trade equity, not my actual money, right? So sometimes in the collectibles industry, and what I hope to help coach you guys through, is we make decisions on the fly because we feel that we maybe know something, we're on to something. Trust your gut always, please, because I didn't as a kid. And I was onto things. I was onto a lot. My collection was really thick, loaded. It's hard not to get choked up. Just many incredible cards that I let go for next to nothing. I didn't believe in my instincts. I kind of let some bullying push me away from collectibles, and I was really new in this area and trying to just be what everyone else wanted me to be. If I would have just stayed true to my guns, hear me, trusted my gut all along, enjoyed the beautiful side of the collectibles, right? Like this is all it's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And artwork here and craftsmanship is fun to have this and to know that this is sought after and chased and to take care of it. And then over time, allow it to get more valuable and then try and offload certain things that you're okay with letting go to take care of yourself, your family, and then also to reinvest back into that market. It's a beautiful thing, guys. So the collectible market is stronger than ever. We are in the most bullish market that I've ever seen. I'm never going to claim to be an investment expert or anything of that nature. I will not even claim to be a Pokemon expert. But what I am is an expert in nursing, coaching, being a dad, and dealing with really tough, traumatic, stressful financial situations. I know that I have a lot of information and things that I cannot wait to bring to you guys and adventures to take you guys with me on. We're going to call out the big name stores that don't have product. We're going to call out the LGS stores that like to buy out the local retail stores in bulk before they release, and then list those products at twice the value to scout the freaking hairlines off of local fathers, grandparents, children, anyone who wants to buy the product, right? We will shine a spotlight on those people so bright they will wish they never saw us coming. And then we will also show tons of credit, recognition, appreciation, and praise to the people in this state that are doing things the right way. Those vendors out there that are good, honest people that are all about the kids, the stores that are the same way, trying to get the product the right way and getting it to kids at MSRP. Those people that are not just getting this stuff in bulk and opening it, taking the best stuff out and then resealing it and then giving it to people good, knowing that they have no shot at actually leveling up their collection or their investment portfolio. Guys, this is all a gamble. It's a lottery ticket that we happily invest in, but it's a dark, dark, dark game out there, and there's many people that like to try and fix the odds against you. So please hear me when I tell you that my purpose and why I'm here is to have an amazing time with each and every one of you, but to arm you to the teeth with information, which will be your ammunition to use against the dark side of this market. Because there is one, and it wants to prey on you and your children and your ignorance and our stupidity, right? Your ignorance is our shared stupidity. That's what I'm going to say. I would never call anyone stupid except for myself, and I'm a stupid individual because I am aware that I don't know everything, just like you guys all don't know everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed some of this content. I'm sorry to talk forever. I'm really excited to bring you guys my first video. And I promise I will get better with my presence and really expediting and shortening this experience so that we're just to the point so I can get you guys what you came here for. Today, I just wanted to tell you about me, show you a little bit about why I'm here, my purpose, my passion, and to ultimately shine a spotlight on our area and how difficult it is for these kids to get product and work with people who do things the right way. So please, if this kind of contacted you or resonated with you in some way, or you can relate with me or ever want to meet me or talk with me, please consider liking this video, comment below, give me a follow and subscribe. Please follow me on Instagram at the PokeMainTCG, and I cannot wait to see you guys again. Salute, folks.